sir.
Yes. Yes, let us continue the poem, analysis of the poem, The Farmer's Wife by Olga, the pen name of P. Lalit Kumar. Up till we have seen the man, that means the farmer, has committed suicide, and what the farmer's wife says is, you have escaped from the creditors and society. Every time there was a crop failure, what I have said in the last session, I am repeating in a few sentences. Every time there was a failure of crops, and he had bent his head with hand stretched before his creditors, or he could sell his crops if he had any. But now he crossed over all of these options. Though the poem begins addressing the husband for his desperate act, it continues on a feminist ground. That means, in my last session I have said that, but I was born, the feminist ground means, but I was born with a head bent, a hand outstretched. My head is always bent before the menfolk. This is what Olga says. And the speaker presents a contrasting picture, wherein she was born girl child, with her head bent and hand outstretched, because the male-centric society, I have said male-centric society. In my last session I have said Purusha Pradhana Samaja. She has to bend. She has to outstretch her hand before the male-centric society, because it wouldn't welcome the birth of a girl child. Knowing all this, what she says, knowing all this, did you leave me? The last line which I am completed in my last session, previous session. Knowing all this, did you leave me? You know this. That means, only a single woman cannot live in this society. All knowing all this, you left me. Why? This is the lamentation. But here is a grief also. You found release with poison, poisoning my bitter existence. The cotton crop is but yesterday's. The cotton crop, that means you have not sold your cotton crop because you have a debt. You have to bend before your creditors. They have taken away all your cotton crops. It is yesterday's. What Olga says, what the farmer's wife says, the cotton crop is but yesterday's. Yesterday has gone. Today, that means the existence, the present and the future. What about the present? What about the future? It has gone. Yesterday has gone. But what our family? She says, but our family? She questions, what about our family? What will I have to do for my family? Because you were the responsible person to lead the home, to lead our life of all the members of our family. But you have gone. What about our family? What about myself? What about my children? I means our children. They are not only my children. The children are also of you. They belong to you and me. But what about our family? How often in the following lines she laments, she grieves about what her husband has did to her. How often have I drowned in it? Drowned in it means problems, difficulties. I have drowned in this family. I have drowned in this problems. I have drowned in such difficulties. How many times have I escaped death? That means I am a brave-hearted woman. So I escaped death. How many times I have escaped death? Because he was the farmer was like that one. Whether you abused or reviled means angrily insulting manner. You have insulted me in an anger. You have kicked me when you were drunk. You have kicked me. That means I have escaped my death. Even though by your kickings, I still live. Why? For my children. For the future of my children. I thought he is but a man. I thought what farmer's wife thought. He is a man. He has the power. He has all the power to kick me, to drink, to abuse me, to angrily terror me. All these powers, they have all the rights he has. He means the man has. But what about the woman? Doesn't the woman have no rights? Have no powers? The question here raised by the farmer's wife is not only of farmer's wife, but of the woman folk also, the feminist culture. I thought he is but a man. Little did I dream you would deal me a death blow like this. I have not thought that you have kicked me, you have abused me, you have insulted me. I didn't care about such insults and kickings, but the blow you have given by your death is very shocking to me. True, the crop was gone. The crop means the cotton crop. The cotton crop, most of the farmers in Andhra Pradesh will grow cotton crops. The crop was gone. The crop here means, in other words, the crop, that means the husband, the farmer's husband was gone. You have gone. The debt remained. Debt. You have made debt. ನೀನು ಸಾಲ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಸಾಲ ವಾಪಸ್ ಕೊಡೋನ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟ. The crop has gone. The debt remained. ಬೆಳೆನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನೀನು ಹೋದ. The debt remained. ಸಾಲ ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡು. ಯಾವುದು ಸಾಲ? ತಾನು ಮತ್ತು ತನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು. This is the debt. The debt remained. Our dignity hit the dust. ಸಮಾಜದ, in society, the society, what will think about us, our family? They will treat us like anything. So, our dignity hit the dust. Our hearts turn to water. Not only ಕಣ್ಣೀರು ಕೇವಲ ಕಣ್ಣಿನಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ? ಅವರ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ಟು ವಾಟರ್. ಹೃದಯ ಕಣ್ಣೀರಾಗಿದೆ. ಅಷ್ಟು ದುಃಖ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೈ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. But how did you imagine? You would have thought before committing suicide, what will be the repercussions of my wife and my children after if I committed suicide? You would have thought it, but you didn't. My back would bear the burden of 4 children. How did you imagine? Just like a back of a woman would bear the responsibility of 4 children. 4 ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಭಾರವನ್ನು ಒಬ್ಬ ಸಾದಾ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಗಳು ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆ ಎಂದಾದರೂ ನೀನು ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀಯ? ವೆದರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಥಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ such a thing? You saw your crop destroyed. Yes, you have seen that your crop destroyed. You are unable to pay the debt. The creditors are before our house, abusing and scolding like anything. What of the harvest of my own? You saw your crop was destroyed. But what about my crops? She is Olga Ilalita Kumari brings a metaphor. That is, what of the harvest of my womb? It was harvested, the crop was harvested, and all the crops, harvested crops were taken away by the creditor. What about the harvest of my womb? Womb means ಭ್ರೂಣ ಅಂದರೆ ಗರ್ಭ. ನನ್ನ ಗರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಂಥ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಏನು? How they will grow? How such crops, how my children will grow without you? Can I leave them to the wind like worm-eaten cotton pods, like what you have left the children? Can I leave them? No. It is my responsibility because they are now at present, they are my children. Up till they are our children. Now they are my children. Because I have the responsibility to grow, to take the care of these children. Can I leave them to the wind? Like worm-eaten cotton pad. Cotton pad means unripe cotton shell. They are not ripe, they are unripe. Who are unripe? The children are not ripe. They are unripe. ಇನ್ನೂ ಸಣ್ಣವಿವೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು. ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ, the responsibility is about myself, on myself. It takes a moment to die. Yes, it takes a moment to die. But open your mouth and ask. Just open your mouth. Can the body of the farmer, can the body open its mouth? No. But she asks the farmer, her husband, just open your mouth and ask, what of this? Why is this? What of this means, what of this? I have committed suicide. What the repercussions, what the consequences will be held on my family? Did you think? No. Did you think? No. Why is this? Why such committing suicide are happening? Have you thought in a moment, for a moment? No, you have not thought. It needs a firm heart. That means it needs a firm heart. To teach my children, to clench a fist. I have the responsibility to teach my children. I have their heart, not like your cowardly heart. You have a heart as a coward. You were coward. Neenu pukla, neenu sathovitti. But the responsibility of my children has to be made over by me, myself. To teach my children, I have to teach my children. I have to bring up my children. To teach my children, to clench a fist. What she wants to teach, to clench a fist, not merely for a handful of rice. Just for a handful of rice, I have to teach my children not to stretch your hand for a handful of rice. Don't clench a fist. But in battle means the life. Life is a battle. We have to fight. Life is a challenge. We have to accept it. What she says in the concluding lines, she is saying, but in battle of life, I must live. Yes, everybody must live in such a battle of life. Because we are in the life. It is a battle. We have to fight it. और कोई चारा नहीं बोलते हैं ना हिंदी में. There is no alternative. We have to fight because we have to live in this life. I must embrace life, not death. You have embraced the death, but having 4 children, I should not embrace the death, but I should embrace the life. I have to accept the life, embrace the life and the struggle for life. I have to struggle for life, not only for myself, but also for my children. So this is what she concludes in her last concluding lines. This is the poem by Olga Lilith Kumari, the farmer's wife. That she concludes here with a beautiful message that life is is a wonderful gift. It is a wonderful gift. We have to make it wonderful. It is to be lived. We should not run away from this life, because the life is a wonderful gift given by the Almighty. Death is not the solution. Don't think I have to die. I should die. I won't learn. I cannot learn. Don't think like that one. If you think you cannot do anything. You cannot achieve anything. If you think you can achieve anything. That's why in Sanskrit it says, Uttishtata Jagrata Prapyavarani Bodhada. What Vivekananda says, awake, arise, stop not till the goal is reached. It should be positive in your thinking. But it is just an easy escape for people like her husband. So she is determined to embrace the life, because embracing the life and struggle for life. She wants to struggle for life of herself and about her children. This is what the poem Farmer's Wife puts before us, the message in such a contemporary world. Thank you very much.